Bore da pawb, good morning everyone. Croeso gynnes I chi gyd. Welcome to a conference where we will be talking all things futures today. There is this kind of question where as a society, as a set of public servants and beyond, I guess, in Wales, how well do we actually plan for the future? How equipped are we to be thinking and planning for the future?
The future is rather uncertain, but it is very worth and necessary also to explore what kind of uncertainty are we facing. And especially because we have many societal future challenges ahead of us.
I think for me, if ever there is a time where as a public sector with our partners in third sector and industry, we really need to invest the time in making good decisions for the medium and long term, it has to be now.
When it comes to futures, Wales can learn quite a bit from different countries around the world. We can learn from how Finland has a committee in the future in its parliament. We can learn from Costa Rica, where conversations about the future integrate citizens and businesses. We can also learn from Singapore, who really integrate and train all their civil servants from the very incoming cohorts all the way to the top about strategic foresight and the capabilities that you need. But most of all, I also think that Wales has got a lot to give the rest of the world. I was here when the Act got signed, I think in 2015, and the rest of the world's eyes are on this nation to see how it takes this very unique Act, legislation and infrastructure forward. So I wish Wales all the best on that endeavour.
There are lots and lots of ways to think about the future, and one of the good things of today is there have been kind of everything from gaming, modelling, simulation, speculative design, trend analysis, lots and lots of tools. I think the big thing is to go away and think about what you're concerned about, what policy issue or what challenge, and then who you want to involve in creating the future, and pick the methods that are going to best suit your situation and your group, because there's bound to be one.
But actually, if you said to any private sector company with a turnover of £15 billion, we've got a handful of people thinking about the future, they would laugh you out of this room. And for any of our public sector organisations that we're running, if we haven't got that significant focus on long-term planning and long-term futures, we're not just not complying with the requirements of the Future Generations Act, but we are letting future generations down.
I came here today because the well-being of future generations framework is crucial for the Arts Council of Wales. It's not just that we're a public body with a duty in regard to it, but it really connects with all that we're about. And we think if we look into the future of the people of Wales, then their cultural experience, their well-being through cultural and artistic experience will be central. And so it's a natural fit with everything that we're about.
The conference whetted my appetite because in the Fire and Rescue Service I'm lead in the UK for innovation and use of technology, and I've also established a transformation project in the fire service, so trying to break 50 to 60 years of culture and rigid systems and quasi-militaristic practices, and by introducing innovation and futures, looking at how we do things differently, but actually setting the context of we don't really know what we're going to be doing. So that's what's brought me today.
Well, I think national parks have always taken a long-term view. It's part of our DNA in some respects. However, this was an excellent opportunity of finding out new techniques of how to prepare ourselves for the future, and also to talk to people from other organisations about what their perspectives and what works for them.
Well, when I saw the programme, it looked really interesting in terms of shaping our future in Wales. As a National Park Authority, we're concerned about the environment, we're concerned about climate change. We're involved in a number of PSBs in the local authorities that straddle our boundary. And really, it's fundamental to what we do in terms of trying to look after the environment. So I was hoping to learn some tips and techniques for how we develop our next National Park Management Plan, how we deal with our local development plan and planning issues. And it's been more about techniques and processes for thinking about the future, and it's not often we get that chance to have that space to think about the future and think long term for the benefit of Wales and its citizens. And on that basis, so far, the day is going fantastically well, and I'm learning a lot of things that my colleague and I will be taking back and putting into practice in our own authority.